What's up, guys, and welcome to the Tim's Sports Talk. We have a Redskins recap today against the Los Angeles Rams. 3-1 Rams versus the 1-3 Redskins, and it was not pretty. The record pretty much sums it up right there, right? Nope. We have a final score, 30-10. Rams take it, and it was as bad as the score says. It was as bad as ever. It was so bad. Let's just look at some total yards real quick. Total stats. You have 429 yards of offense for the Rams. Only 108 total yards of offense for Washington. 6 for 15 on third down for the Rams. 2 of 13 for Washington. Time of possession, 35.5 minutes to 24.5 minutes. Rams obviously having more time of possession. Tough day. But a little highlight is Alex Smith was back. Alex Smith came back as quarterback after Kyle Allen took a nasty hit by Jalen Ramsey head-to-head. Whiplash. It was brutal. I don't think it was a dirty hit, but it was nasty. It looked brutal on there, and it knocked him out of the game. Alex Smith came on, and unfortunately, it was right before half. They went into halftime. When they came back out, it was pouring down rain, and there was really no offense to speak of, and they were already down 10 after half. So not enough there for Alex Smith's return. And also, he was going against Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald ended up having 3 sacks on the day. Total, they had 8 sacks for a loss of 41 yards. We only had 1 sack. We got no pressure on Goff. Goff looked easy today. He had an easy day, especially in the first half. They scored 3 touchdowns on their first 3 drives, and it was just terrible defense. Also, just great play calling by Sean McVay and Kevin O'Connell for the Rams. They had us completely disoriented. Let's just go over my top 5 things we need to do to beat the Rams. Number 1 was stay disciplined on defense. Sean McVay will love to run a lot of deceptive plays, wild screens, and end arounds, and a lot of motions. Many motions, many play actions, and they hit us deep badly for Robert Woods. And also they had a nasty screens to their tight end, Everett. Everett was a monster today. I don't even know what his total yards was on the day, maybe 90. But every single play was a big play coming out from Everett because it was on third downs, breaking tackles, making it way more than the play was designed for, and he made it bigger than it needed. It was fantastic. Double team Aaron Donald was my number 2. One-on-one with Wes Martin, huh? Arguably our worst offensive lineman, and he ended up with 3 sacks in the day. Is that really a surprise that Aaron Donald ended up with 3 sacks when you put him one-on-one with Wes Martin? Come on, man. Move Terry McLaurin around. I would have to go back and watch the film. I think they did a decent job moving him around, but they just couldn't get him the ball, unfortunately. Got so many sacks, not enough. Terry McLaurin, I think, only ended up with 2 catches for 20 yards in the day. We did try to hit him deep on 1 play. Double checking it here. 3 catches, 26 yards on 7 targets. So we did try to get him the ball a little bit. A lot of those came in garbage time when Alex Smith was in the game in fourth quarter trying to throw it deep. So not enough for Terry McLaurin. Get the run game going. 11 carries, 27 yards for Antonio Gibson, and 1 carry for 3 yards for J.D. McKissick. Did not get the running game going. Get to Jared Goff. Only had 1 sack on him for 9 yards today. I had 5 things we needed to do to beat the Rams, and we went over. And what do you know? The final score was 30-10. We did nothing that I wanted them to do, and it turned out to be exactly what you expected. Very, very unfortunate. I predicted a closer game, 24-20, but with these stats, you can't really be surprised that it was that bad. Kyle Allen actually didn't look all that terrible. Our second drive of the game, we ended up taking it 75 yards for a touchdown. There was a penalty that helped keep the drive alive, but besides that, he did pretty good. On the day, he was 9 for 13, 74 yards, and ran it in from 7 yards out for a touchdown. Almost wasn't a touchdown because he kept it out, but there was a rule where if your foot hits, if any part of your body is in the end zone, you have the goal line extended, so it did not matter that the ball was outside the pylon, which was very, very good. So Kyle Allen wasn't the worst today. Unfortunately, he got knocked out. And then, as I said, Alex Smith was pretty much in comeback mode for the rest of the time. The defense was garbage in the first half, gave our offense no chance. And the run game was non-existent. So, yep, go ahead with the Haskins lovers of, oh, I'm making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you what the facts are. And the facts are the defense stunk it up. And the offense had nothing. Like, no run game, and the pass game wasn't really great either. Kyle Allen on the third drive had a drop pass by Jeremy Sprinkle. Easy catch right there at his hip. Should have came down with it. Nothing coming from it. So, yeah, it just nothing for us today. So, that's pretty much sums up what's going on. And anybody that was like, Haskins could at least have been second string. Apparently, he has a stomach bug and called out sick. Are we believing that? Or was he like, F you, I don't want to come today? That is for your interpretation. So, let's get to some comments here. Hail to the Redskins for life. Alex Smith equals comeback player of the year. Comeback player of forever, right? I mean, he almost died, and now he actually came on the field and took a snap. That's awesome. Shaking my hand, Landon Collins needs to be traded. Scott Turner should fire Troy Apke. He needs to be cut, but he can't tackle or cover. Shaking my head, our linebackers are just out there being stupid. It makes no sense, man. It's tough because basically nothing you said there was completely wrong, but that's what Sean McVay and Kevin O'Connell do to your linebackers. They make them look silly with all their motions, all their play actions, all their different screen passes. That play calling is what makes your linebackers look that silly. But as far as Landon Collins, he did have the play action play where he got kind of too cut up and involved, but they showed it afterwards on the replay, and he really had two guys to cover. It sucks because he kind of went with the post, but then the deep pass was there, so he was kind of in a situation where he couldn't pick right. But other than that, I thought Landon Collins actually did not play all that bad today, but the linebackers, I'm right there with you. They did not play well, especially towards the end. But our run defense wasn't even all that bad either. What did they end up with on the run? Because they had that 49-yard run. They had 129 yards on the ground, and I think it was like two big gash plays that 46 yards. No, so it was one big gash play. I don't know. It really sucks what we have going on right now. It really does. Players just running wide open. Landon Collins is terrible in coverage. Like I said, he was lost all day. They were running all over the place. As I said, play calling was disastrous on defense. Not even necessarily our play calling on defense, but it was play calling by them that made our defense look very silly, especially in the first half. Alex Smith has chopstick legs. He held up okay, man. He held up good. Our D-line is great. They did their job. Our offense couldn't do anything on offense due to weather conditions, and poor play calling on offensive line was awful. Chase Young played great to me. Chase Young did not play that poorly, but our defense was a big problem today. Our defense did not play nearly well enough. One sack coming from this defensive line is not even close to good enough. Not even remotely close. You had 21 for 30, 309 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Jared Goff. I mean, their offense destroyed us today. So this was a lot to do with the defense. Yes, offense, of course, did not play nearly good enough either, but defensively, it was atrocious. The second half, they did clean it up, but same thing with why our offense couldn't move. Their offense couldn't move nearly as well because it was pouring down rain. The rain was absolutely crushing any offensive play in the second half. That's why there was only 10 points scored in the second half, and there was 30 points in the first half. We need a Sean McVay type of offensive coordinator. It's fine. Our next 6 games should be easy. We could go 5-1, 4-2 at the very least, which is very true. But I don't necessarily hate Scott Turner's play calling. I really don't. It's not his play calling. We scored on our second drive of the game, and then we're down 20-6. I mean, it sucks. Or 20-7, excuse me. It's hard to run the ball when the O-line is just trash. I don't know. Antonio Gibson did not have his best day today. I was not pleased with how Antonio Gibson ran the ball. I thought he ran kind of stutter step. He didn't really hit the holes hard. He didn't hit it fast. He was trying to make more things happen than was really there. But I agree, offensive line, it did not play well today, but we're also going against a really good defensive line, and Aaron Donald, one of the best best players in the league, period, let alone one of the best defensive linemen. No, don't say the defense. Say the secondary and Landon Collins and Troy Apke and the linebackers, they did their job. The D-line did their job. 1 sack for 9 yards? You know, I thought they played good run defense in the second half, but the defensive line, you didn't get a lot out of the defensive line today. Not near, like, when you consider yourself a top 5 defensive line and you get 1 sack for 9 yards, I mean, I don't really consider that getting your job done, but the secondary was obviously really poor. The sports fan all day, but I just changed my name. Oh, what's up, sports fan all day? I got you. Chrissy, what about the other 2 deep plays they scored on that were Collins' fault? Yeah, so I'm trying to remember the exact plays now. Hold on. I wrote everything down here. The 2 deep plays. I thought they scored. Let's see here. Their TD drives were. It was a run play. It was a play action where Bostic just completely let the quarterback run into the end zone. He's just standing there, kind of sidestepping over, and it's like, go get the quarterback. He's running for the end zone easy, untouched, because you're not trying to actually put any pressure on a quarterback that's running. It sucks. Everett was cooking them. That's what I said. Yeah, it was crazy what the tight end was able to do. The other touchdown was a 1 yard touchdown run. So it wasn't 2 deep plays as far as that's concerned. Cooper Kupp was a slant pass that Darby just got destroyed on. It was a fantastic. That was a 49-yard play, but Cooper Kupp is just Cooper Kupp. He's going to make you look silly. He's a really good receiver, but still, third down, you want better coverage. I'm not giving him an excuse or anything like that, but I'm just saying it wasn't like a crazy deep play that the safeties had much to do with, unfortunately. The 56-yard Robert Woods touchdown, I agree, was Landon Collins. Everett was 40-yard long. He just destroyed us. I think it was actually a screen pass that he did. And, yeah, he just was breaking tackles all over the place. And then... yeah, and then Reynolds had a 29-yard play at one point. I don't even remember what that play was precisely. Very just abysmal game. Raiders brought it to the Chiefs today. That's great. Did they end up finally winning? Was the final score a win? What's up, Spoiled AFib Gaming? I know. Oh my God, they're up 40-24. Yep, they're gonna win. Good for the Raiders, man. Josh Jacobs is the truth. What does he end up with today? I saw that one run. 19 carries, 59 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So it's not even that great, especially on a yards per carry basis, but still, he's legit. Oh my God, Henry Ruggs, 2 catches, 118 yards, and a touchdown, a long of 72. Good for Ruggs. They should make a trophy for the comeback player of the year and name it after Alex Smith. Cameron Kroll played well as he only had 1 bad play. No, you're right. It was not Ronald Darby on, now that you mentioned Cameron Kroll. It was actually Cameron Kroll that was guarding Cooper Kupp on that third down play that was a 49 yards. And then DeShazier Everett, I know you were calling for him to come and play, but he had that bad penalty on the first drive that kept their drive alive on third down. He got that pass interference, ran right through the Cooper Kupp on that play. So I know that you were talking about DeShazier Everett. I don't know. I think our defensive line needs to do more to help our young secondary, personally. But I agree that Landon Collins has not played the best, but they need to get more pressure on Goff. Goff had basically all day. He did. He had all day today. Ron Rivera says if Kyle Allen is healthy next week, he will be the starter, not Alex Smith. Okay. Interesting. I won my fantasy week by 20 points in fantasy. I'm 5-0. Good for you. Good for you. I'm 2-2 in all my leagues, and I have a chance to win all 4 of my leagues today. Let's see here. Okay, this one I'm actually projected to lose. Oh, D-Hop ended up with a huge day. Holy crap. He was, like, held in check all day, but he ended up with 25.1 points. That's okay. I have him in another league. That means I'm crushing in that one. Oh, yeah. Just destroying this guy. 141 to 88.9. Yeah, look at this. Deshaun Watson, 42 points. Good. Mike Davis, 33 points. And DeAndre Hopkins, 28. 3 dudes just absolutely crushed it for me today. I thought when the score was 13-7, we should have went for it when it was 4th and 1, and the secondary has no excuse. Landon Collins and Troy Apke is awful. Kendall Fuller has been great. Kendall Fuller did get that pick, which was nice. I 1000% agree with you. Thank you for bringing that up. I had that written down, I believe. It was 4th and 1 that I said I need you got to go for it then. Where was it? That was the drive where Jeremy Sprinkle had that drop pass, which was critical because then on 3rd and 7, we got a 6-yard play to McKissick. But yeah, 4th and 1 there. I 100% would agree with you, Chrissy. You had to go for it there, especially considering your defense was just getting absolutely eaten alive. So it's very tough to, like, I know we were on our side of the field, but I think it was like around like the 42, 43-yard line at the time because we got a couple of first downs on that drive. So we started at the 23-yard line and got 2 first downs. So yeah, we were right around midfield. So I completely agree that we should have gone for it on 4th and 1 in that situation. I started Drew Brees over Wilson today. Drew will torch the Chargers, and Ronald Jones made a guy in my league 2 and 3. Yeah, sucks, dude. I had Ronald Jones. I drafted him in one of my leagues, and I ended up dropping him after Leonard Fournette got there, and then Leonard Fournette got hurt, and then Ronald Jones has actually looked decent, so that sucks. But I don't know what he had the other day. I know that the 2 weeks ago he crushed it, but did he have another good game this week on Thursday? Yeah, speaking of which, I know Christian Spalding forgiving, you're here, and dude, I went down to late, because I go to work early, so I usually try to take a nap in the afternoon before the game starts so that I can stay up late to commentate afterwards. And I went to sleep at around, I don't know, 6-ish, just to get like a 2-hour nap. And then next thing I know, I woke up and it was midnight. So I completely missed the Thursday night game. Very not good. I will be awake for the game tonight, though, and I will come back on to discuss it. Jeremy Sprinkle is just trash, and he can't catch. Shaking my head. Yeah, he hasn't had a catch all year long, and he had an opportunity to get a catch, and he freaking dropped it. Terrible. We need to get Isaiah Wright and Antonio Gandy Golden the ball, and the weapons is there. Tight end somehow, or however, just trash. Logan Thomas isn't the answer. I know it sucks. And Marcus Ball, our other tight end, was inactive because of apparently a death in the family. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, apparently he had a death in the family, so he did not come today. So yeah, our tight end situation is just absolutely garbage. Kyle Allen played good. He can run. Also, I'm so happy about that moving forward. He did, and that play that he got hurt on was actually critical because he made a lot of people miss in the backfield to get to the line of scrimmage that ended up getting him hurt. Like, you know, it's almost like if you went down right away, then, you know, but we ended up getting a penalty, so the drive stayed alive, but we ended up not getting anything on that drive anyway. I'm happy Bucks lost, and the Falcons need to fire everyone there. No excuse. Panthers beat them. Panthers crushed them, too. Mike Davis had a huge day on the ground. What was the final score of that game? 23-16. And Mike Davis, 6 carries, 89 yards. Also had 9 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown. Mike Davis, dude, the monster. I got him in 3 of my leagues. And yeah, he went off for me today. That was big. Unfortunately, Christian McCaffrey's going to come back. I wish Christian McCaffrey was hurt for the year like Saquon Barkley. Calvin Ridley had another big day for Falcons, though. 8 catches, 136 yards. Yeah, I think Dan Quinn and Adam Gase need to be fired stat. If they're not fired this week, both owners should be just eliminated from the league because both of them are garbage. You watching Chiefs games, it's getting interesting. No, I'm not watching it at the moment. I don't know if I can watch it, but oh snap! Yeah, they came back and scored. All right, 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Josh Jacobs will end the game though. Will he end it? All right, we have Josh Jacobs up the middle for 2 yards. 2nd and 8 on the Raiders' 48-yard line. Raiders have the ball driving. It's 40-32. Kansas City needs a stop, and then Josh Jacobs just got another 5-yard gain. It is 3rd and 3. This is a moment of truth. Can they do it? Man, I'm just so sick of Landon Collins and Troy Apke. It's so soft. He just gets ran over, and he can't tackle. He's just a deer in the headlights. Shake my head. Scott Turner needs to go. I'm sorry. So there's 2 different things. I 1,000% agree Troy Apke needs to go tomorrow. Like, he cannot be on the field much anymore because he's just a disaster. He can't tackle. He takes horrible angles. He does everything that you do not want your starting free safety to do. He doesn't get any interceptions. He doesn't get any good pass deflections. He's nowhere close to where he needs to be on any of these plays. So I'm 1,000%. Now, Landon Collins' coverage has not been the best, and he had that one really bad play. I don't remember any horrible plays outside of that, except maybe, I don't know where he was on those Everett plays. He may have missed some tackles on those Everett plays because Everett was a monster. But Landon Collins is not our main problem. It's a lack of, Troy Apke is a huge problem, but I don't even know what. I'm going to go back and watch more of the film to see what happened on defense specifically in that first half. But my initial thinking is that Sean McVay and Kevin O'Connell just had us on our back feet. And he just absolutely destroyed us. And it was fantastic play calling, fantastic offensive plays from there. And like this is something that a lot of people take for granted, that they don't realize how important it is and what Jared Goff was able to do. When you had a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 4, 35, 30 and 6, he completed the pass consistently for a first down. Haskins, Alex Smith, Kyle Allen, none of them have been able to do that for us on a consistent basis so far, where 3rd and manageable, you get the first down. You keep that drive alive, okay? You have to keep that drive alive to continue to drive down the field. And, because you get a couple of nice little plays to get you in that 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable situation, and then the drive just stalls, and those 2 plays are completely moot, and it doesn't matter. So that's what we need out of our offense, is what Jared Goff was able to do for the Rams, and that is why they absolutely destroyed us. And because they say it's 6 for 15 on 3rd down. I wouldn't be surprised if at one point that was 6 for 8 in the first half, because I don't know if they got really any 3rd down in the second half. We bottled them up pretty good. Maybe they got 1, so maybe it was like 5 for 8 in the first half. They absolutely crushed us on 3rd down and manageable in that first half. You going live for the Cowgirls? The Cowgirls? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Trade that overpaid bum, Landon Collins. I mean, we don't need the cap space for him per se. I mean, I think he can still be valuable, but we may be putting him out of position for what we need. But he's not the worst guy on our field right now. He's not the biggest problem. We have a lot of other problems before I say. And if we needed the cap space, I would love to get rid of him. But we don't need the cap space. We have plenty of cap. So, I don't know. Bro, let's talk about the Jimmy Butler. He is a top 5 small forward. He dueled LeBron. I love what I'm seeing from Jimmy Butler, man. Another 35, 12, and 11 game in a closeout. Not a closeout game, but a defending game. I don't know what you call that now. In an elimination game. He was about to be eliminated, and he just showed up and played huge. And did you see him limping off the interview table after the fact? Podium, rather. He gave it all on the court. I love Jimmy Butler right now. I love what he's talking about after the game. It's all about the team and, how his team has helped him. I love Jimmy Butler. I like what I've seen so far from him in the finals. And that was huge, man. And he went toe-to-toe dueling with him in the last minute with LeBron, and he ended up beating LeBron. It was fantastic. The one towards the end of the game to number 11 when he ran all the way to the right, and it was no one there, and number 11 wide open by himself. That's ridiculous. Towards the end of the game, I mean, are you talking about that action play? That was a great play design and route where he acted like he was about to go cross the field, and then he just stopped, and then he turned around and he was wide open. That hurt so bad. I hated that play. It sucked. But I'll have to go back and look at it, and I will watch the film and see, and I will specifically look for number 26 on every single play, and I will give you an analysis coming where I think of what I think that Landon Collins needs to do better. Was he a big problem? How bad was it for Landon Collins? It's good to go over that, and I will like to see that. Raiders should go for it. Don't give the ball back to the Chiefs. Did they go for it? Yeah, it looks like it's over. Chiefs won or lost. Raiders win. Raiders win. They end up getting the first down. Did they go for it? I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention anymore. 3rd and 3, 4th and 1. Yep, they got it. David Carr went up the middle for 1 yard and got the first down. Game over. Trade our 2021 first-round pick to the Colts for Quentin Nelson and trade Landon Collins to the Panthers for their 2021 first-round pick. That is crazy. You're going all out. Trade, not a good trade. Collins not worth a first. Yeah, you can't do it. With all that much money and how he's playing, you're not getting a first. Eagles lost. Yay. Hopefully Dallas loses. Yeah. If Dallas loses the Giants, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's real bad for the Cowboys. And then we have the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Giants the next 3 weeks. So anything's possible in those 3 weeks. Anything's possible, man. We're even at 1-4 right now. The division is still in our hands. Like, we can still do anything we want in this division. So, and we have a lot of games that are definitely winnable. We have the Bengals. We have the Lions. We have a beat to hell San Francisco team. Like, we have obviously 5 more games left in the division. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 games that we could potentially win. Daniel Jones versus Kyle Allen. Yeah. Golly, that's not a headline at all, is it? That's so bad. I do not want to see that. We'll blow out the Giants. We will blow out the Giants, I'm assuming, is what you meant, Chrissy. And I hope so. I mean, I don't know if this team will blow out anybody, but, you know, I hope so. I mean, at this point, I don't know what to do, you know. It really, but it's so hard to judge the offense on that second half because neither team could really do anything on offense because of that rain. Our D-line will dominate that game. You know, our D-line is monstrous, but I think our linebackers right now are so bad it really doesn't even help because, like, yeah, okay, if you somehow can get a block on all the defensive linemen, our linebackers aren't coming up and making the plays. You know, like, our defensive line needs to do so flippin' much. And then our defensive line is basically moot once you put Ryan Anderson on the field. You know, once Ryan Anderson comes on the field for a play or two to give the other guys rest, it's like that's such a huge gaping hole that it really sucks. Might as well start looking at college players, and y'all might trade Collins for a pick. I would like it. You know, I'm not even mad about it because I don't think he's been good enough. As I said, I'll go back and look at it, but I will guarantee, I'm 100% with you that I don't think he's been good enough to deserve not to be traded. You know, like, it's not like that's a person that is going to kill us that we do trade. Like, oh, he's the one guy that's been doing anything on our team or anything like that. It's not like that at all. So I'm not opposed to what you're saying. And the more value we get, the more capital we get, draft capital, more cap space. The more we get, the better we're going to be off in this offseason. Like, I imagine this offseason is going to be flipping crazy for us. Ron Rivera, Scott Turner, Jack Del Rio going crazy on getting this team right next offseason. They need to do the draft like the NBA, a percentage on who gets the first. No, I hate that. I hate the stupid lottery system. Absolutely not. I love the NFL, how it has parity, how teams can come back, how teams can build through the draft, because you're able to get good players when you have a crappy team. You know, the idea that the flipping, I don't know, the Lakers right now, after winning a championship, could potentially get a top 3 pick is absolutely stupid. It's absolutely insane. Like, it stops parity. It stops things. But at the same time, the NBA doesn't want parity, so that's why the NBA does its thing. It wants just, it's a player-driven league, so I'm not for the NBA style at all. Dolphins already up 14-0 on the Niners. Wow. Cowboys have the ball 4th and 6 on the Giants. They going for the field goal? I'm sure they would. Box score. How are my NFL picks looking? I didn't make any picks this week, actually. I'm in a league that I need to make a bet. I'll probably make a bet on tonight's game. What's tonight's game? We got Saints and Chargers. No, that's tomorrow night. Do we not have a game tonight? No, here it is. It's the Seahawks and Vikings. Yeah, I'll probably make a bet on that game. I think it's going to be high scoring. I got to see what the over-under is. I'll make a bet right now, actually. And then we will discuss that after the Sunday night game. I'm in a football pool where you put in $25 real money, you get $500 fake money, and then you gamble with the fake money, and whoever has the most fake money at the end of the year, you win real money. So I'm going to do a parlay. Seahawks minus 6.5, over under 54.5. It's a lot of points. I think they can score it, though. I don't think the Vikings are very good defensively. Seahawks are fine, but I like the Minnesota's offense. They can run the ball with Dalvin Cook. Justin Jefferson had a huge week. Kirk Cousins I don't necessarily like a lot. All right, I'm going to take the Seahawks minus 6.5 and over 54. And I have 390 shares. I'll go ahead and bet 40. And I can win 160. All right. So Seahawks minus 6.5 and over 54.5. That's what I got. Where is Cole Holcomb? Where is Cole Holcomb? He's played great last year. I don't know. I don't know why he's not playing much. I really don't understand. I thought he was going to be one of the starters. I thought he would have been a great starting will linebacker, so weak side linebacker for us. I thought he would have been a great one for that, but he has not seen the field much. Number 55. Thomas Davis is awful. John Bostic can't cover. Can't do anything. John Bostic was a big problem today. Huge problem. He was the guy that missed the tackle on Cam Akers on that 49-yard run that he had. And, yeah, John Bostic did not look good. And he let Jared Goff run into the end zone just untouched. Horrible. We need to let all of our linebackers go. They're just terrible. I hope we make a move at the deadline. We're not making any moves at the deadline. I've said that multiple times, and I know you really want us to, but we're not making any crazy moves. We're just going to evaluate. I think we're going to try to win with what we have, but I don't think we're going to try to make any crazy moves to get anybody in here. Next season, though, it's going to be very interesting. My friend Crazy, he bet $1,000 on the Cowboys. He's going to be eating ramen noodles for a week if he loses. What's the spread? I mean, I got to imagine the Cowboys are going to win this game, but what's the spread on the Cowboys game that he has? I can see what the spread was here. I'm sure somebody bet on it. Hold on. Pending picks. The spread was 7.5. Was that some sort of like spread that he had? I mean, I got to imagine the Giants got to win that well. Have to. I do have Devontae Freeman in one of my leagues starting. I'm also going against Freeman in another one. Which one do I have Freeman in? Not that one. Not that one. Here he is. I'm currently losing to my wife, but I'm projected to win. I'm projected to come back and win. But shoot, that's not a guarantee, let me tell you. Speaking of which, you guys are going to call me crazy for this. I like to stream defenses in fantasy football, so I like to pick up a new defense every week. I picked up the Dallas Cowboy defense in a couple of leagues, so we're going to see what that does. I didn't really like any of my other choices, but I thought that their freaking opponent's so bad, the Giants, that I thought they were going to be decent. Let's see. Oh, for some reason all of a sudden I lost like 20 points. I didn't know what happened, but they took away Lamar Jackson's points for some reason and then put it back. Don't know why. I took Bears. I got my points from Mac. You took the Bears defense? Bears defense wasn't a bad choice at all. But again, they're not a bad defense, but going against Tampa Bay, that could have been scary. But what was the final? What did they end up with for Chicago's defense? Did anybody start them? Yeah, in this league, they got 5 points, so they didn't have a great day defensively. But not a horrible day either. I mean, 5 points is not, you want more than that, but that's what I got. That's what, in one of my leagues, that's what they got. So I'm only projected to lose one league as of right now. And I think I can win it. I'm winning currently 92 to 84. He has Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, and Devontae Parker and his kicker. So 4 guys left. And I have Odell Beckham, A.J. Brown, Jonnu Smith, and Dallas defense. I have a chance. Our O-line is so soft, man. They act so scared. I get it's Aaron Donald. Okay, fine. But you got to have some want. And they didn't have that. And they don't care that the O-line can't hold for more than 2 seconds. Our O-line was a problem. They got pressure on us. I think it was Alex Smith in the game. And it was a big third down. And they only sent 3 guys. And they got pressure on us. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, he had a Twitter beef with a Giants fan and bet the money. They sent the money to me to give to whoever wins. Holy shit. We need Trey Lance. I love Trey Lance. I want Trey Lance. I think that's where we're going to go. I hope that's where we're going to go. And I'm right there with you. I want Trey Lance. Kyler Murray is just lighting it up. I don't think he had that good of a day today, did he? I had him in one of my fantasy leagues. Oh, he did. He ended up with 26.3. Wow, 380 yards. That was against a bad Jets defense, but good. He wasn't, I feel like through 3 quarters, he wasn't all that great, but then I guess he came alive. Oh, yeah, because Hopkins came alive. That's right, because Hopkins was like 8 points for 3 quarters and then ended up with 25 on the day. So, yeah, him and Hopkins both lit it up in the 4th quarter, which is nice. And then Drake had an okay day. I was hoping for more out of Drake, but I drafted him in the 2nd round of my league. My friend, if he lose, will be eating ramen noodles, drinking water from the sink, eating chips. Some soggy chips. $1,000. I mean, I have to imagine he's going to win that, right? I don't know. They're driving. Giants are driving. Devontae Freeman already has 3 carries for 20 yards. Daniel Jones already 3 for 3 for 38 yards. Cowboys are going to find a way to lose this game. That'd be hilarious. Shake my head. Being a Redskins fan is so frustrating. If I was the owner, I'm firing so many people. Starting with Daniel Snyder. Fire his ass, right? If we could. If only we could. Giants about to score. Yeah, I know. Unbelievable, man. Devontae Freeman, another 17-yard run. Give him a touchdown. I got him in the league, man. Is that one that I need? No. Man, Brandon Cook's on my bench. 30 points. That sucks. And I started Le'Veon Bell and he got 7. Also had Chase Claypool. What did he end up with on one of my bench? 45 points out of Chase Claypool on my bench. Yeah, great. Should win that one, though, still. I'm only down 23. He has Ingram and Justin Jackson left. I still have Josh Allen, Jonnu Smith, and Jonathan Taylor playing right now. So, I should win that one. He had Joe Burrow had 5.75 points. So I should be in 3-2 in most of my leagues. 2-3-1 fantasy. And as I said, I still have a chance to win. I just need Odell Beckham to have another big day. If that can happen, if Odell Beckham could get me another 20, 25 points or something like that, I definitely have a chance. Definitely. Is he with you right now? That's hilarious. I'm crying laughing. He cursed at the TV. Who got it? Evan Ingram. Oh, I just talked about him. I don't need him having a good day. Dallas already got scored against. Yay. Hoping Dallas loses so we can be second. That'd be awesome. I hope they lose too. Cowboys would be last if they lost today, and they deserve to be last. Are you kidding me? Losing to the Giants? That's disgusting. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go get something to eat. But thanks for joining me. It was fun, and I will be back on later tonight talking about the Sunday night game, the Vikings versus the Seahawks. Should be a fun game to watch. Should be good. May come on in the fourth quarter, maybe hang out with you guys then. But thanks for hanging out, and until next time, see ya.